This is Daily Flash with Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Broadcasting worldwide and streaming. Daily Flash. Today's talk, tomorrow's trends.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
And according to legend, this is Daily Flash.
Oh, yeah,
So glad to have you here, man. So glad to have you here. Look at James looking all hot.
I know, man. I'm in, Easter colors.
I know, it looks good. I always say purple looks awesome.
Keep going with the Easter thing.
Jackson and I, not planning again.
No.
I love it when we match.
Blue. We're just matchy
Blue
match.
and light blue. Very good. Well, we got a great show lined up for you today.
Yes,
we don't want you to go anywhere at all, do
No,
we?
we don't. And we make you a big part of our show. And the guy who makes it all happen, he is your bouncer here at Daily Flash.
That's why we got him.
James Alexander.
I love it. You know, you gotta be on the list to get in. 219 stations are on our list, and the American Forces Network, which you can find us across the globe. And you go always go to our social media, our website, thedailyflashshow.com, and you can click on where to watch. So you can see where we are in your neck of the woods.
We like hearing from folks, right? We
man.
kind of hear from them, so we give them a question, don't we?
Yeah, we give them a question where they can go to our website and sound off.
Okay.
If you can master one skill overnight, what would it be?
All right, so my hand in the heavens. Driving into work today, Journey started playing Faithfully. And I remember I wanted to play that song so bad. Get on a piano and play it. My best friend told me that his mom, who was a music person, said, learn to play on the piano one song, just one song.
Okay.
And then, because it's just like a comedian, never give them too much. You get down, you play that one song really, really well, they think you're a piano player, and they go, play more. And you're like, no, I told you I'd only do one.
Yeah.
And so Journey's Faithfully.
Okay.
This morning, I said,
one
man, I wish I
skill.
would have done that.
If you could play, okay.
So piano.
A piano. Okay, oh, that's a good. I can play Yankee Doodle Dandy. That's the only thing I know, and that's the one.
We
I
gotta
mean,
get
that's
a
an easy
keyboard
one.
in here.
Yeah, that's an
I
easy
can do that one song. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? The black keys.
Yes, and then there's chopsticks. You know.
Chopsticks.
Foreign language. I think it would be great to master a foreign language.
Oh,
That's the one thing that came to mind.
You know what makes us lazy? And I was talking to Angel and Hugo about this.
Yeah.
I was talking to Isabella, and I was like leaning over, and I heard them talking, and I go, "This is where my AirPods that translate work in." And I think people now they're like, "Why learn a language when you can just, when I really need it, I can just."
Have you tried the translate thing?
I have not yet.
Me neither.
But you have to have the app, and I think people forget that. They don't just automatically translate.
Right. Yeah.
Which
I
would be
got in
great.
trouble for buying my AirPods because, well, I'll tell you why. Not because of price or anything, because my wife, who, if you know, she is a doctor in nutrition and holistic and everything. She's like, those things are going through your brain. That Bluetooth is going through your brain.
Well, I mean, along with everything
She's
else.
not wrong, right?
No, she's not wrong, but I
A lot
mean,
of stuff is
I go, you're in
happening
your
to us.
car and you got Bluetooth.
yeah.
So
You're at home and you got
She
Bluetooth.
goes, and I told Enzo he could only wear one of those, and you got them. And I'm like,
That's
well,
why I tell you not to take your phone and put it up to your
she won't let
head.
me do that. She makes me keep them out of my pocket and gave me a Faraday cage to keep in my
Yeah.
Wow.
She's big time about it.
How does one earpod versus two make a difference?
I guess because it's going like this.
So half my body's going to be paralyzed and
It is
poisoned,
what
but
it
the other
is.
half
Like
isn't?
this, I guess. I don't know, but she's so much smarter than me. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm still gonna keep them. And the reason I got them was for her because I would go out. I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'll go out and watch TV. And I hooked them up to my TV, and so
So you can just listen to it.
Anyway, way off course.
Right.
Yeah.
What would you master? Jay?
I don't have it. I don't have one.
You don't
I
have
like the whole thing of playing an instrument and foreign language. I don't have one, man.
You got to know something.
One skill.
One skill,
I
yeah.
don't have it.
How about
Karate.
organizing?
Organizing,
Getting to work
I
on
can do
time?
that. That was pretty hard.
James, here's what I don't understand. 5
That's
minutes,
it.
man.
No,
Just
no.
wake up 5 minutes earlier.
No, it's not. No, it's other things that were happening this morning.
Okay.
Oh,
that-
okay.
I'm giving you hell.
What was her name?
No, not even that. Not even that.
She wouldn't get out
Got
of
the
bed.
kid ready. We got 7 on 7 today, so
All right.
7
football.
on 7. What is? Okay,
Yeah,
football.
so football
Got
today.
ya.
So we were going over.
He
some
did
things,
mention
so.
that. You go, he's got to learn a whole new offense.
Yep,
Yeah.
we gotta learn
All
a
right.
whole new offense.
How can
Okay.
folks, if they want to share their master skill?
Yes, they can go to our website, dailyflashshow.com, click on Sound Off, and just let me know. I want to actually hear yours.
Okay, that might inspire you.
Yes,
sometime.
we'll
Okay.
see.
All right, very good. A longtime Dodgers fan. is upset that the ball club will no longer allow paper tickets. Have you guys heard about this?
I'm not.
Okay, get this. He's 81 years old. He's been a season ticket holder for 5 decades.
I believe that's really quick at home. That's 50 years.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen.
I know the
Good in math. Good in math. Yay!
He only uses a flip phone, okay? He says he does not use computers or smartphones, so he has no way of accessing a QR code. The Dodgers allowed him access to just a few paper tickets. He understands if he had only been a season ticket holder maybe for a year or two, but he's been going to the games for 50 years. The club offered to buy back his tickets, but he was not interested.
Oh, come on.
The team's website shows fans how to access their tickets with the MLB app. The organization says the print-at-home tickets are no longer available in an effort to improve security and prevent fraud.
Okay, initially I thought you meant like, the actual, like they printed out tickets like Ticketmaster, and we're just talking about printing at home.
Yeah.
To get
Print on a
into
piece
the
of paper
park
and just
because he
scan it.
does not have a smartphone, only a
I
flip
see
phone,
now
so
that
he
you-
doesn't. He
That's
can't access
not-
a QR code.
But I mean, that's the new modern way of doing things. But I would say since he has been a ticket holder so long,
50 years.
just have it at the
Okay.
box office, and he can just walk up and say, "All right, here, go in."
They have, you go up, they can scan his face. He probably might be afraid of doing that sort of thing, but there are options. First when I first heard the story, I had a little misunderstanding. But first off, technology is coming. You got to have to make a change for it.
Right.
But also, this is baseball, which is supposed to be nostalgic, which is supposed to keep on to that feeling that baseball
Yeah.
is.
I got you.
home.
I know it's tradition, but I would say in this case, they can make it easier for him. Just have the ticket ready for him at the box.
A will call,
It's easy.
right?
A will call,
Right,
yeah.
or give him a.
That's it.
I get the fraud and the welcome to Los Angeles, but the problem with him is like I get it. His technology is flip phone. He
Right.
doesn't have access to the
That's
MLB app. He can't get that on his phone. He can't get the QR codes.
What's going to happen when the internet goes down?
Yes,
and
exactly.
something happens, or let's say just a specific area. Let's say Los Angeles, around that area, the internet goes down or whatever. Are they going to just turn away fans? They have to
Because-
get ready. You guys watch The Pit?
I was just gonna bring that
Yeah?
up. The Pit, where the whole thing goes down in the hospital, and they had to bring in a lady who's old school to figure out how to run everything.
And they went back to papers, bells, everything.
Fax machines.
I think that is something should happen. I think almost in every industry to where you have one day a year where you actually work out. What would happen if we had no?
Yes.
We would be screwed, right?
So I'm
100%.
telling you. So I just looked up ChatGPT. What
Okay.
happens when the internet goes down? Social media apps are down. Streaming platforms. Businesses cannot process payments. Remote work and virtual meetings halt. Panic search spikes. People rush to check if it's just
all
them.
of that, right?
The
It's
entire
pandemonium.
global communication will be heavily disrupted. Banking, transportation, emergency systems, government and tech companies will scramble and try to restore the core infrastructure.
And here we are worrying
So
about
we
tickets
are-
to see a baseball.
It's
game.
doom.
Yeah.
It's the apocalypse.
But it's a simple story with an
very-
easy
yeah.
solution, and yet this
Yeah.
guy is saying I'm getting railroaded by the Dodgers because I don't have a smartphone and I can't access a QR code on an MLB app. I mean, he just wants to go watch a baseball game.
And and then you take it one level further. This happened to my in-laws, where they're big Atlanta Braves fans.
Yeah.
Remember when there was a big issue with Google?
Yeah.
That's where they get it. They could not find their thing, and they had to wind up buying MLB. And then once they bought the MLB, they weren't guaranteed the games because of blackouts as well.
They're
So
paying
there
a
is a
lot of money.
lot to this
Yes.
outside of just. This
Yes.
is not him being too old.
No.
Right, that's not him being too old, but again, there are ways around this to make it easier for him for somebody who's been a lifelong
No, you're
fan,
right.
That's the
right?
thing,
So
right?
I mean, you can do that, but I say that
If he does it for
does
him.
well, no.
do it for
If you
everybody.
do it for him, you gotta do it for everyone, like you said. So
Well-
it could be a slippery slope.
There's got to be a solution with the number of people that are somewhat reasonable and smart. Maybe there are no longer any of those left in Los Angeles, but you'd think they've got to come up with some kind of solution for the guy.
If it did go down, and we say, all right, let's take baseball out. What about you're going on a plane?
I always think of that. I'm like, what happens if I can't access my boarding pass on my phone?
Ooh.
And I guess we all go to the Marriott and go to their office.
They do offer you paper tickets though when
Yeah.
you check in as a precaution, which is smart because
And I know that the face scan thing is becoming more and more popular. I know you
Yeah.
go
Do
to
you
want
Orlando,
your
but you
face
can pick-
scanned, though? I mean, I'm
it's
kinda
going to
like-
be.
Yeah, no.
No, do I want it? No. Is it
No.
already happened? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, with AI, you can take your face and put it on anything.
So that wasn't you?
No, that wasn't me.
All right.
No.
We want to know, what's the solution? Have one? We need to share it with America. That's where we get your voice.
Yes, we want to hear from you, dailyflashshow.com. What was the first feature-length animated film ever nominated for a Best Picture Oscar? This is our Daily Flash Brain Flash question of the day.
And guess what? We'll have the answer right after this. But if you go somewhere, you're going to miss out and find out what it is. We got a whole hour packed with great stuff for you right here. Today's Talk, Tomorrow's Trends, right here on Daily Flash. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Let's see if you got today's Brain Flash question correct or not. The question once again, what is the first feature-length animated film ever nominated for a Best Picture Oscar? If you said Beauty and the Beast, you got it right. A lot of people thought it was maybe like Snow White, but it was. This is for Best Picture altogether, so nominated. Okay. And it's an animated as well. A romantic breakup, boy, that could be devastating. It can lead to a pretty bad downward spiral, but it doesn't have to define actually who you are. In fact, it actually can be a positive driver for change. Joining us now with more is recovery expert Lora Cheadle. Lora, thank you so much for joining us. I imagine everybody watching this, including myself, has gone through this. I want to start off with a quote of yours, which is, what shapes our lives isn't the event itself, it's who we become after it. First off, I wholeheartedly agree with you, but explain that in more detail.
Yeah, exactly. When something bad happens to us, it's so easy to get caught in that downward spiral and to start replaying all of the bad things. And first this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. Yeah. And then, pretty soon we're sucked in. And when we take our focus off of the past, off of the train wreck, what happened, and we start moving towards the future and thinking things like, well, who can I become because of this? How can I feel differently? What else might be possible for me? It just changes the whole trajectory of the experience. Yeah. And we start, looking for all of those positives.
I kind of, when I was dating, after my divorce, I started dating, single for quite some time. But somebody had once told me, is like, you know what? A relationship should be like what they taught you in the Boy Scouts with a campground, is that you should leave it better than you were before. And that is a lot of self-discovery and that sort of thing. And unfortunately, that comes a lot of times at the end of the relationship. And once I realized I'm dating the people that I don't want to marry so I could find the right one, it kind of helped me out. But why otherwise are romantic breakups or maybe even betrayal events, why do they hurt so deeply?
Oh, they hurt so bad because it impacts our identity. It's not just, oh, this bad thing happened and it doesn't say anything about me. It's me. It's who I am.
You know, a lot of people will say that there is lots of changes that happen when people kind of move away or if something happened to them and kind of they change who they are. What actually changes when people move away from those people that they were romantically involved with?
Well, it's hard. It's destabilizing because all of these expectations that you had about yourself and the relationship and what it means I'm worthy. It means I'm chosen. It means I found the one.
Yes.
You know, people get so focused on what these singular events mean. And then when you have to move away from that, we feel lost. We feel not good enough. We internalize that something is wrong with me instead of stepping back, looking at the broader picture and realizing, you know what? Maybe this is good. Maybe this is bad. Maybe it just doesn't mean anything at all, but it's a change. And I have to navigate my way through the change. And, what is possible for me on the other side? How can I become someone better or different, just like you were saying earlier?
You know, that saying, you find out who you marry when you divorce them. You find out, and relationships, people change throughout the time. When you get to the point where you realize, well, this is just not working out, is it because you gave them so much vulnerability that it hurts more because of the fact that, I gave this person so much and I didn't get back what I wanted? Are we investing too much? Are we thinking too much about ourselves?
I mean, that's definitely a part of it. A lot of it really, really goes back to our expectations. And sometimes we have very unrealistic expectations in relationships, but we don't know it. We don't understand that they're unrealistic expectations because sometimes we haven't even verbalized what they are. It's just that somebody's not meeting our needs and we don't really know why. So to your point earlier, it's about that self-discovery. What do I want in this relationship? What am I expecting somebody else to do? Where can I step up? where am I stepping up too much? And ultimately, what is going to work out for me and for this person so we can both become better versions of who we are?
And are you saying that betrayal actually, could that be maybe a doorway to figuring out those things you just mentioned, including clearer, say, boundaries and maybe even some of that self-trust and maybe just making a change altogether?
Yeah, absolutely. I know when I went through betrayal, it was the most enlightening experience. On the one hand, it was the most painful. On the other hand, it was the experience. It was the catalyst that finally made me realize all of the ways I was abandoning myself, all of the ways that I was relying on other people in an unfair way. And it did give me the opportunity to become clearer in myself, clearer in my boundaries, to really know who I was and just to become a stronger human.
Okay, so Lora, it seems like when you are breaking up with somebody, you're like, oh, I'm never gonna live again, just yada, yada, yada. And so I'm talking to the people that are friends with those people, okay, when I ask this question. What do we say to people that are maybe going through a breakup or have gone through a breakup? Because normally we go, well, it'll be okay, you're gonna find somebody better, that sort of thing. But I'm expecting to hear that. Is there a way that we could help that person even more in realizing that this could be a great learning experience?
Yeah, definitely. I think first and foremost, offering a little bit of compassion and giving them a space to breathe because a breakup is traumatic and it is difficult. And then I think second, asking them questions, asking them future focused questions,
Okay.
forward leaning questions is really a good way to get them to move into the future instead of ruminate on the past.
It's important to do that too, but it's so true, right? It's like you are going to be a better person if you handle this right, because you're going to realize on the other side of this is something wonderful, and you're going to wind up like I did, finding a beautiful, understanding woman that I had to date those other people. Nothing wrong with them. To find her, though. So I love everything that you say. I think it's great. And you at home, if you know somebody that's going through a breakup, or maybe you're going through one, you can find out more information and check out Lora's book. It's called It's Not Burnout, It's Betrayal. Just visit LoraCheadle.com and you can get that book there. Thank you so much for joining us. We got more Daily Flash coming up right now. By the way, we'll have links on our website at dailyflashshow.com. Go check it out now. Everybody, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. It's Thursday, which means it's time to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. In selected theaters is the horror comedy Mimics.
You wish someone would waltz in and wave a magic wand, catapult your career, make everything perfect for you.
It doesn't have to be like this. I have something that can change everything.
I'm the one who can make all your dreams come true.
A down-on-his-luck impressionist makes a pact with a wicked puppet to propel him to stardom, unleashing a nightmare threatening the safety of those he holds dear. I chatted with the film stars Stephen Tobolewsky and Christopher Polaha, who also directs.
I would say one thing is be careful of who you make your deals with. That we all have the same future inevitably, but what fills that future is going to be the love that we fill our life with.
Yeah, and again, same thing. You gotta. I guess my question would be, what are you willing to die for?
Yeah.
Do you want to belong to the world, or do you want to belong to yourself and possess, community, love, your parents, your wife, your kids, or, so it's a cautionary tale.
Mimics is simply a fun, creepy, and romantic film not to be missed. It's one of the best horror comedies I've seen in a long time. Again, it's playing in selected theaters now and gets an A. It's rated PG-13. Streaming on Disney Plus is the romantic biodrama Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette.
John, I want to introduce you to Carolyn Bessette. Carolyn, this is John Kennedy. Hi. Sorry, is this a bad time?
This 9-part drama explores the undeniable chemistry and high-profile marriage of one of the most iconic couples of the 20th century, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. I chatted with stars Sarah Pidgeon and Paul Anthony Kelly.
I had such a wonderful time getting to embody this witty, sensitive, electric young woman who, I mean, people have said who knew her, the last thing she would want to be known for are her clothes. You know, there was so much life and vivacity that she carried with her. I hope people feel more familiarity with who she was, her great love with John, and just finding a great passion in their lives within each other.
My hope and intention is that they just are able to see these individuals as human. You know, they are both so storied and held in such high regard that they become almost mythological. But our intention, I think, in this production was to really humanize them and make them relatable.
Although stunningly filmed and acted, the series has too many overly saccharine moments, making the experience more of a fantasy than a biographical drama. Again, it's streaming on Disney Plus and gets a C. It's rated TVMA. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Hey, thank you there, Tony. It's time for us to jump in to Daily Digits. It's where we find those numbers that are inside your news. Your first number? 16, as in 16 years. That's how long Walmart held the title as the world's largest company by revenue until now. 16 years has a long time, and Amazon just edged out the retail giant after reporting more than $716 billion in annual sales. The company's e-commerce growth with a cloud computing arm drove it straight to the top. Walmart is still a beast, but after a 16-year run at number one, the crown now comes with free 2-day shipping. So I guess, actually, Walmart really knows how to roll back to second place. Your next number, 46. 46 pounds. That's how much gold an anonymous donor gave to the city of Osaka, Japan to help replace their aging water and sewer pipes. It happened. The gold, it's worth about $3.6 million, arrived last November and the mayor called the gift staggering as the city faces decades of deteriorating infrastructure. Now, Osaka officials say they're going to respect the donor's wishes and put the unusual contribution to work. The gift comes as many of Japan's pipes have outlived their service life. If infrastructure had a bling category, Osaka just won, best pipes. Am I right or wrong? Your final number, 1. Just one flying sword. That's how many weapons left the stage at a theater in Berlin. It landed in the audience during a performance of Richard III, believe it or not. During the final fight scene, the actor lost his grip of the sword and it sailed into the front row, striking a woman in the head. Now, she was treated for just a minor cut and a cool souvenir. The actor apologized and the show eventually continued because the show has to go on. Because even in apparently Berlin, even Shakespeare comes with special effects. I believe it was Shakespeare who wrote, "All the world's a stage." I don't remember the part where it says, "All the stage is airborne." Am I right? Yes. That's your Daily Digits for today, Jackson.
I love it. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
This is Daily Flash with Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Broadcasting worldwide and streaming. Daily Flash. Today's talk, tomorrow's trends.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk. Before we do anything, we want to share our stations across the nation. And for that, we go to James Alexander.
Yeah, those 219 stations across this great country of ours. The American Forces Network is where you can find us globally. And you can go to our website, dailyflashshow.com, and click on where to watch and find out where we are in your neck of the woods. And you'll also find us on all our social media channels. Now, our local friend today comes from one of my favorite places, Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah.
Georgia. I'm sorry, that got me thinking about my man. All right, WGCB TV out of Savannah, Georgia. I mean, I've learned quite a few things since being there. I mean, you know, Savannah, Georgia is actually one of the reasons why we have this great country of ours.
Why is that?
Oh, okay. See, when you had the War of Independence back in the day, there were these guys who wore red coats. Oh, they fought against these guys who were Haitian French soldiers. And the Haitian French soldiers saved enough time for the colonials to get away so they can reorganize to come back and fight. Had that not happened, we would not have America. They would have been wiped out. That battle happened in Savannah, Georgia.
Wow.
Then the Haitian soldiers went back home and they fought for their independence. And now we have Haiti.
Look at this. I feel like I've got a great history.
I love that.
That's it. Now, another thing you can do, you can drink in the street.
You know they do. It is true. You can have your alcohol and walk around
That's
with
right.
it.
And you know, there's a lot of ghost stories in Savannah, Georgia.
Yes.
So you can do tours, ghost tours, and it's home to one of my favorite. I love baseball, Detroit Tiger all the way, but my second favorite is Savannah Bananas.
The Bananas.
Yeah,
They
they're
are
fun.
the Harlem Globetrotters
Yeah.
of what baseball is
So
going to be.
fun.
And how they've reinvented and brought people back to baseball. You got to give it to the Savannah.
Yeah.
And they've actually made up kind of their own whole new league. somewhat.
Yes. Yeah.
And
It's
now
dope.
ESPN's.
It's
It
dope.
really is cool
Yeah.
what they
Yeah.
do because it's like we were talking at the top of the show about how important baseball is to American pastime, and they just did something. They innovated something brand new. I love that.
Did you see the documentary? There's a documentary on it, and the
guy
guy
who
who
started
started
it,
it, yeah, man, he's awesome. I love what he did.
He's got a
Took
yellow
chance.
tuxedo. I
Love
can't
it.
recall his name, but he's
Yeah.
got a book out, very motivational. How he said, you know what, we got something. How can we?
Mm-hmm.
And I love when people's like, okay, we have something. What can we do different with it? And that's what he's talking about. Thinking about different. It's kind of like my socks. Can I?
There you go.
show
Go ahead, show the socks.
Oh, these are called intentional socks.
Oh, the intentional.
So, like this one's called my F-bomb block. So you wear the wrong type of socks intentionally to remind you, hey, my faith, my family is important.
Okay.
And they have different ones all day.
What's this one?
This one is basically telling you more or less. Oh, I can't recall what it says.
Says something in a little blurb down below.
That's who makes these.
Okay.
You know what? I'm
I
going to
thought
find
it
out more
was like
details
I
on this.
love
Okay.
sisters. That looked like a sister on
But
that side.
it reminds you to do something different. It's like, all right, today I need to focus on my family. They're called intentional socks.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
Understood.
I like it.
All right, really quick, I got to tell you about what's going on,
Yeah.
James.
All right.
There's a civil war going on, and it's happening in Africa. And it's basically, no, you'll love this story. They have been following these chimpanzees.
Okay.
Right? And there is now a civil war that has been building up against these monkeys in Africa. They're saying now that they've been divided off and moved on, and they're getting extremely violent, but more importantly, they're actually getting very organized.
This is like Planet of the Apes.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking, dude.
Life is imitating art right now.
It's like West Side Story in Africa. You know, they got these different gangs.
Wow.
200 chimps already involved. There are rival factors.
Rival chimp gangs?
Yes.
The Bloods and the Crips?
There's group attacks. They're going after them and everything.
West Side.
It's
West
all
Side.
about turf.
Gang signs?
And
gang.
they're saying that it's all about resources, basically, and because
Oh,
maybe
something
the
like
trees
what we're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're saying. They're like they're
fighting for
following
resources.
humans.
Yeah.
And this is Planet of the Apes stuff,
Yeah.
man. I'm
Well,
telling you,
they're
it's
not
freaking
too
me out.
far behind us anyway. So
You're absolutely right. It's the
They're probably
opposable
way
thumb.
ahead of us.
The opposable thumb.
Yeah,
Just remember
that's
that. All
Way
right.
ahead.
As you can tell, we love having fun. More
Yes.
importantly, we love having you, and we have more Daily Flash coming up.
Stay with us. We're back right after this. Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson. So what started as a simple smoothie outing with his daughters turned into an award-winning children's book series. Author Wayne D. Kramer created Penny Pangolin, a lovable character helping kids navigate the big world. He joins us now to share the story behind his creation. Wayne, welcome to Daily Flash.
Hey, thanks.
So what inspired you to create the character Penny Pangolin?
Oh, yeah. So, kids and conservation, pretty much. Like, I had been a fantasy author before that and always have been. And over the course of time, had kids, have 5 daughters now. And they wanted me to be a children's author with illustrations and all the good stuff. And when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, well, I need a character that's interesting. And my kids had been into animals, into nature shows, and they fell in love with pangolins after seeing things like the Wildcrats and other books and nature shows. And I thought, you know what? This is a really cool creature. It's got scales like an armored tank. It eats ants and termites all the time with this long, sticky tongue, rolls up into a ball, all kinds of cool little features. And then plus found out it's critically endangered.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, this is actually a creature in need. So all the factors kind of lined up, and I thought, you know what, pangolin is the way to go. A lot of people don't know about pangolins, but this is a really cool way to educate people, and also maybe help a creature in need. Plus, it's just a lot of fun factors to it. So we ran with that.
The books are beautiful, and I love that you're drawing attention to the pangolin because it is one of those endangered species a lot of people don't know much about, and they're so crucial to our environment. How do your stories help kids deal with big emotions like bullying and responsibility?
Yes. So there are 6 books total out right now. They each are centered around a different virtue. Um, like you said, bullying, friendship, responsibility, taking care of a pet, even screen time awareness. So we're going for things that are relevant and timely for kids today. And I do this by weaving it into the plot, and and by not being preachy. It's just kind of a natural progression, the way kids, Penny is a kid in her world. And so things unfold the way that it would for, normal kids today, like they would for my kids or your kids or anybody's. So, I think that's very important, just to present the story in a relatable way. That's fun. It's got some humor in it here and there, a little bit of adventure, a little bit of emotion, and just trying to make it feel real, while also putting in some fun animal facts here and there as well, and just fun little things like hidden animals in the illustrations that kids can find, and some little fun things like that.
Wayne, I think it's tough to get kids' attention these days. There's no question about that. So reaching them through these books is spectacular. Even I think in the classroom, it's tough for teachers to teach these kinds of lessons, which are so vital for kids who are growing up. What's the response been from families and young readers around the world?
Yeah, the response has been great. I've been really pleased with it. I've had teachers tell me, that their classes have loved it. They've played videos of me reading the book, or they've had me come in to read the books. And I've had people do crafts where they actually created like little pangolins out of toilet paper rolls or
That's
whatever
gotta be
they used.
cool. I love
Oh
that.
yeah, it's so much fun to see that, to come into a classroom and see where the whole class has like put together an entire, wall of pangolins with all the scales and stuff. That's great. I mean, it's super gratifying to me as an author.
We just have a few seconds left, but I got to ask you this.
Yeah.
The voice of Bandit from Bluey, David McCormick,
Yes.
how did he get involved?
Yeah, so I met David at a Comic-Con event, and gave him a set of the books. He had asked me what I was doing. He saw that I had a vendor badge when I met him at a photo shoot. And I ended up giving him a set of the books, and later on contacted his agent thinking, maybe we could do something together.
I love it.
And it's been a lot of fun.
Wayne, thank you so much. We'll share this interview on our website, dailyflashshow.com.
For generations, mankind has depended on one sacred device, the home television. A portal to laughter, heartbreak, and that one weird British baking show you swore you'd only watch once. But after 5 long days of labor, housework, and endless carpool lines, one question still haunts humanity. What do you binge this weekend? Fear not, the experts are here. Join Daily Flash every Friday for Streaming for the Weekend. Because life's too short for bad TV. Streaming for the Weekend every Friday, only on Daily Flash.
Streaming for the weekend.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English here, along with Andrea Jackson. Sometimes, finding a job later in life can be really challenging, but your experience might actually be your best selling point. Here's what you need to know.
New AARP research finds that 2/3 of workers over 50 believe finding a new job today would be challenging. AARP's Carly Ruskowski shares more.
Nearly a quarter of older workers are concerned about job security this year. While the market is changing, it's important to remember that your experience is a competitive advantage. It's also about being open to learning new skills and embracing new technology to complement your strengths.
Research also highlights the growing trend of unretirement, where experienced professionals return to the workforce to share their expertise.
We see incredible benefits when different generations work together. Whether you're returning to work or looking for a new role, AARP offers tools and resume assistance. We even have a free AI course available through March 31st to help you more confidently navigate this technology.
Take control of your career with expert advice and curated job listings designed for older workers. Visit aarp.org/work.
Well, from food and fitness to childcare and home services, franchise businesses represent hundreds of industries that touch
people's lives daily. Here's more.
Thank you for having me. Franchising is really a great story. It's a growth story, and it's a local growth story across the country. We're going to add 12,000 new franchise businesses in 2026, more than 150,000 new jobs. So that'll put us close to 9 million employees working across the franchise economy, and $921 billion in economic activity this year. The sectors we're seeing the most growth in franchising are child services. The restaurant industry continues to be a powerhouse across the franchise model, but also more accessible investments for people looking to go into franchise ownership in things like pet care, home services, and the salon industry is doing quite well. So it's a great story for the country in 2026, growth story, but it's really a local growth story powered by these great brands. So we're looking at 1.8% growth this year. 2025 was more of a recalibration year. Wasn't the best economy with inflation and affordability issues, high interest rates. But as we've transitioned to 2026, the benefits of the tax law kicking into effect are really something that's creating a lot of certainty for new small business investments, people rolling their 401ks into new businesses like franchises, which is something you can do tax-free. So it's an exciting time to look at franchise ownership. So the International Franchise Association's website is franchise.org.
U.S. Aging has launched a brand new campaign to help feed older Americans in need. Here's more.
Millions of older Americans face a hidden hunger crisis. More than 13 million experienced food insecurity last year, and 1 in 4 is malnourished. March is National Senior Nutrition Month, and U.S. Aging CEO Sandy Markwood explains why connecting older adults with local, community-based meals is vital.
Good nutrition is essential to healthy aging. When older adults lack reliable access to nutritious food, their physical and cognitive health suffers, affecting overall well-being and the ability to live independently at home.
U.S. Aging represents the nationwide network of area agencies on aging which offer nutrition services.
Local programs like home-delivered meals and group dining are available in every community through area agencies on aging. Older adults can find connection, stability, and support through other services like medical transportation and in-home personal care that are critical for older adults to live well and independently at home.
Learn more at usaging.org.
Disabled veterans recently met in Colorado for the National Disabled Veterans Winter Sports Clinic. The adaptive sports event has a very powerful impact on veterans. Here's more.
These adaptive sports have been life-changing and transformative. I'm very competitive, so being able to have something like this available to me where I can compete against people that share the same bond that I have in being veterans is an amazing experience. And the biggest impact, as far as I have seen, is that these games change people's lives. In fact, they help lengthen people's lives because you have veterans for various different reasons are almost shut-ins at home. They don't go out, or they go out at 2 a.m. because of TBIs or PTSD or whatever. And this gets them out to come out and oftentimes tentatively try something. And I generally have not found anybody who hasn't loved it and wants to come back again. So they join part of a community that's kind of an elite community.
So veterans who are already enrolled within the system can go to their primary care physicians and request a referral to recreation therapy services, or they can also Google the VA Adaptive Sports, and everything that they need to know about the 6 national special events and the VA Adaptive Grant programs that are available are all right there on that one page.
With Earth Day and No Food Waste Day on the horizon, we are all looking for simple ways to waste less and save more. Here's registered dietitian Kristen Carley.
With Earth Day on April 22nd and No Food Waste Day on April 29th, it's the perfect time to talk about how to reduce food waste at home. And one of my favorite, often overlooked, convenient solutions is using canned vegetables, like Libby's. First, let's talk about longer shelf life. Fresh produce is great, but it doesn't last forever. Canned vegetables give you a reliable backup, so you always have nutrient-dense options on hand. No last-minute spoilage. They're also great for portion control. Here, I'm making a quick pea pasta using canned peas. I can use exactly what I need and store the rest in a sealed container for later. No waste, no guesswork. Next, repurposing leftovers. 1 can go a long way. Take canned corn. You can stretch a single can across multiple meals. Use a portion for a cozy corn chowder, save some for hatch chili cornbread muffins, and add the rest to a quinoa taco bowl. It's an easy way to build multiple meals without overbuying. Another big win is minimizing prep waste. When you use fresh carrots, you often end up with peels and scraps. With canned carrots, everything is prepped and ready to go, so you're using the entire product. And finally, sustainability. Steel cans are infinitely recyclable, making them a smart choice in reducing your environmental footprint. So this month, if you're looking to waste less and simplify your routine, canned vegetables like USA-grown Liddy's vegetables are an easy and practical way to start.
I'm excited. I was very excited about the Olympics because I'm going to Italy this year. I'm so excited.
Yes, and let's just say kudos to Team USA because they scored the most medals I think they ever have in a Winter Olympics.
And our American hockey team, and the guy who won, it was from Orlando.
Yes,
he was born in Orlando.
The Hughes brothers,
guy,
the men and the women's hockey team. Team USA, congratulations. Woo!
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson.
Buzz, Woody, Jesse, and the rest of the Toy Story gang go head-to-head with a new threat to Playtime. This is today's must-watch movie, Toy Story 5.
Do you, Forky, to Karen Beverly to be your beloved bride?
Yeehaw! I now pronounce you husband and knife. Who poisoned the maid of honor?
Bonnie, there's a package for you. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play.
Oh, extinction, not again. Bonnie, screen time's over now.
Okay.
I want to talk to you, Device.
Please, call me Lily.
Me and the toys have been working all summer to try and get Bonnie to make friends.
Yeah.
But then you had to ruin
Got it.
You're not even listening to me.
I'm always listening. See?
Now look here. Me and the toys have been working all summer.
Now in Spanish.
What?
Yeah, I got dibs on behind the dresser.
Woody!
Jesse, hello?
Is it as bad out there for toys as they say it is?
We're finding more abandoned toys each day.
We're down! Tex invaded our house, too.
I don't know, Jesse. Toys are for play, but tech is for everything.
I'm losing Bonnie to this device.
You got a friend.
Woody!
Came here as fast as I could. Why are you wearing a dress, Woody? It's called a poncho, Forky.
Oh! Someone needs a brown marker.
Halt! Who goes there? Whoa, whoa, whoa! I come in peace.
It's been too long, cowboy.
What are you, some sort of old man toy?
What?
She thinks you're old because you're bald, Woody.
Bonnie needs help from someone at least from the same century. So long, toys.
We're gonna need backup.
No way. She's getting away, boss!
Our mission on this planet is to make a child happy.
Bonnie still needs us. Come on, Bullseye!
Buzz, you stay here. I'm going with them.
You don't think I can do it?
No!
Nice poncho.
It's good to see them fighting again.
It sure is.
That does it. You got friends with us. We'll see you when we look at you.
Good,
Bye-bye.
everybody.